Hi, and welcome to the Secret Hit Songwriting Formula. If you're new to the channel on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe, or if you're watching on Facebook, please be sure to like this page. We do weekly videos here showing you how to recognize the patterns found in hit songs on the radio, because there is a secret hit songwriting formula. All songs that have become radio hits in the past and present have followed certain patterns in order to become commercially successful, and we show you how to find those patterns here. So today we'll be looking at a song that follows the formula of 2's. It's a current hit on the radio by the Foo Fighters, Shame, Shame. And Foo Fighters, of course, been on the airwaves for decades, continuing to pump out the hits. This song is a classic 2's formula. And the formula of 2's is the most popular formula of the various formulas we teach that are secret, because you can't find them elsewhere. There's the formula of 2's, 3's, 5's, 7's, formula of consistent rests. We've done other videos on these secret formulas that you can't get elsewhere in other songwriting books. But the formula of 2's is by far the most popular of these secret formulas. The first video we did on the formula of 2's was Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul McCartney. So I thought we were overdue for another 2. So let's take a look and see how Shame, Shame follows this 2's formula. The concept of the formula of 2's is that every significant song section, whether it's the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, what have you, is going to have a 2-note dominant rhythmic hook, or the syllables are going to break neatly and evenly into groupings of 2. So the concept of self-similarity between all song sections is going to be accomplished. The part will contain the whole, and the whole will contain the part, every part containing 2-note rhythmic hooks. So the song starts out very neatly with, if you want to. Very clearly and early establishing a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? I'll make you feel something real just to bother you. Okay? So we're just writing numbers to indicate those 2-note syllabic phrases, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like we can just keep singing 1, 2, 1, 2 over and over again to these lyrics. Next part of the verse is the same thing. Now I got you under my thumb like a drug. I will smother you. Okay. Then he goes on, slightly different rhythmic flow here, but still accomplishing the formula of 2's. Basically, all of this is what I would consider the verse, and he uses the same formula in the first section and fourth parts of that verse, but in the third section he deviates a little bit, still following the formula of 2's. I'll be the one, be the moon, be the sun, be the rain in your song, go put that record on. So even here in this alternate verse section, you can very evenly, perfectly break it into 2-note syllables. Okay, then he goes back to the same rhythmic flow he used in the first earlier part of the verse. If you want to, I'll be the one, be the tongue that will swallow you. Okay? So that's what I would call the verse up to that point. He uses 2 different kinds of flow, one in the first line, one in the second line, and one in the fourth line. He uses a different flow in the third section of that verse. But the whole verse, doesn't matter what part we're looking at, perfectly breaks into 2-note syllables. Okay? Then, remember the concept of self-similarity is we've established a 2-note hook. So for the next section of the song, our subconscious mind is expecting to hear a 2-note rhythmic hook again. And when it hears that 2-note rhythmic hook, it's very satisfied. Now in this case, Dave Grohl uses the same if you want to as a perfect setup, that little 2 notes for boom, boom, shame, boom, boom, shame, boom, boom, shame, boom, boom, shame. Again, it's not the same 2-note rhythm that he used. Before it was, if you want to. Now he's going, shame, 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 shame. So that's how you accomplish variation, okay, within a song that you've already established a hook. Okay, you hear plenty of songwriting books talk about oh, you need a setup, and then you need, anticipation, and then you need to deviate from the hook, right, when they're anticipating something else. Well, that's only part of the story. That's why they're leaving out the secrets, okay? Yes, that's part of the story, but you still need to follow one of these formulas. So in this case, that's a great example of how we're still following a 2-note formula and creating a little bit of variation within there. So very catchy, very simple. Boom, boom, shame. Boom, boom, shame. Boom, boom, shame. Boom, boom, shame. Couldn't have a simpler 2-note hook, okay? Cool. So that section, the shame section, I guess I'd call that a pre-chorus. It kind of is its own section because it appears several times in the song. Okay, so far our verse has a 2-note rhythmic hook. So far our pre-chorus, the shame part, we're going to call pre-chorus, has a 2-note rhythmic hook. Okay, how about the part that we might call the chorus? Another splinter under the skin, another season of loneliness. I found a reason and buried it behind the mountain of emptiness. Now, there's a couple of ways to think about this chorus section. One thing we talk about in the book, The Secret Hit Songwriting Formula, is when a rhythmic hook appears in the same place in each measure, then it's obvious that that's cluing us into what formula it's using, even if there's other notes peppered before it and after it. So one way we could look at this chorus is, another splinter, 1, 2, 1, 2. Another season, 1, 2, 1, 2. I found a reason, 1, 2, 1, 2. Beneath the mountain, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so because that 1, 2, 1, 2 is appearing in the same place in each measure, under the skin of loneliness, and buried it of emptiness, because we have those 1, 2, 1, 2s in each section, that's one way we could analyze the chorus, okay? So, under the skin, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna write these in parentheses because, and buried it, because this is only one way we're gonna analyze this as a 2. Of loneliness, okay, and of emptiness. Okay, so that's one way we can look at the chorus as a 2. The other way, which is extremely congruent with the other sections of the song, is if we simply add up all the syllables of this section, one by one, like we were before. Another splinter under the skin. Another season of loneliness. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I missed one there. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1. Ooh, I think I added those up wrong. Another splinter under the skin. Another season of loneliness. Oh yeah, I did that right the first time. So this becomes a 1. There we go, we just gotta fix this one here. So we left off with a 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. There we go. All right, we got it fixed. So either way we look at this section, if we add it up syllable by syllable, it comes out perfectly in 2s. Or if we just look at the under the skin of loneliness and buried it of emptiness, that way it still comes out to 2s, okay? And then we get to this oh section. Oh, oh. Okay, even here in this oh section, if we add up the melismas, which is a single syllable set to multiple pitches, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, then he goes, oh, 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 right? Oh, oh. If we add up each of the individual notes of that melisma in that phrase, it still comes out to perfect 2's. So there you go. We have seen how Shame Shame by the Foo Fighters basically comes as a formula of 2's, which means each of the significant song sections, whether it's the verse, the pre-chorus, or the chorus, or even this post-chorus, they all follow 2-note rhythmic groupings, which accomplishes the concept of self-similarity, which is the secret hit songwriting formula, in this case, the formula of 2's. If you need more help with this, please visit www.secrethitsongwritingformula.com. We have the only ebook in the world there that reveals all of these different secret formulas that you can't get in any other songwriting books anywhere. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.